Hello, hello. Hope you get to feeling better. Yes, so hello Maxie, hello Zarlark. I made the mistake last week of not wearing a proper mask when I was dealing with dusty things. So my voice has been in like I don't know, it's not so great right now. So it's not like I'm sick or anything, it's just my voice is pretty awful. Yeah, Firecat. I applaud your enthusiasm. um, so that might make for a more realistic Rikha'Raal voice. I don't know. Probably not, because it's like it's croaky. It's not gravelly. It's just, well, I mean a little bit, but it's So we'll just have to live with it and hope that it will improve slowly but surely. I mean, like, the cough is mostly gone at least now, because for the past couple days it was like this constant itch. And now it exists. I'll cough a little bit. I'm sorry if I cough at all on stream. But it's like, I think it's healing. It's just, I fucked up. I'll say it. So right now I remembered that we have all these points that we got from Sheogorath. So I was just looking at the passive abilities because I always have a problem with this kind of design philosophy where you can only have so many of your abilities slotted in your ability bar, because I don't want to have to constantly think about, you know, moving them around and reslotting things. So I need to make the effort to basically look online and see which ones are optimal if I want to get any new active abilities and switch out. Otherwise, it's passive abilities all the way. Coughing is healing. Well, you know, yes. A soul siphoner. See, I don't like any of those passives where it's like, if you've got all these abilities slotted, well then you get this. Yeah, Firecat. Just keep doing what you're doing over there. Okay, I can't get any more of those. Sure. We'll get some more of that. Can't get any more. Spell resistance. Reduces magic cost for all of your abilities. I like that, but then again I also don't like the fact that I'm a glass cannon. So what does medium armor offer me here? Weapon critical rating, which I don't actually know if I might be going off of Dragon Age too much, but I remember with Dragon Age was like you can't critically hit with staves, and that's where my brain is at. So I don't even know if weapon critical ratings with magic items is a thing in this game. I mean, I would guess. I sneak a lot, so I'll get that. And heavy armor increases your physical and spell resistance. I'll get one of those, why not? Maybe I should just become a juggernaut. Just go full on heavy armor and be a tank. A magic tank. I wouldn't mind so much because I kind of like the glass cannon setup as long as I can really dodge very well. But in this game, dodging isn't as smooth as like... It isn't as intuitive, I guess you could say, to what I'm used to. Alright, I'll save the other ones for later. Why can't I move? I have one unread message. Okay. Why is my controller... Oh! Okay, there we go. What's my one unread message? Mage tank is fun. Yeah, no. I would imagine so. Zarzar was given the staff, but this one has no need of it. But then Rikha'Raal likes thunder and staff, so this one will gift it to you. See, it might be more immersive with this voice, I don't know. I will take the attachments. And see what we just got. I think all of the talking is gonna make the coughing worse. Beach lightning staff of foulness. Ew. So let's see here. We have Mara's breath currently equipped. And it does add some maximum magicka, which is nice. But this does more damage. So let's try it out. Let's see if this works in our favor. I can always switch around. I'm not too worried. Thank you, Zarzar. Let us go see the harbor edge. Certainly he has another task for us to complete. Oh. Yeah, I just realized something. ESO speakers are not on. I should probably fix that. There we go. I just updated OBS and it looks very fancy with the color bars for the mixer for the audio. Everything's in the green. What else could impact this one's voice? What, Andres? Sing a song. Let us see here. What would be a good song? This one is walking along in the harborage's cave, where Lyris is making beautiful music. And now the harborage is standing just for this one. I can't. Actually, I could try. Alright, I'm curious. I'm curious to know how much my actual singing voice is affected. I don't know a good song. Lyris, you're not helping. Let me go over there. You ready for this one? I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. Yep, see, it's so bad. Oh my god. Alright. Varen. Now that we actually know your name.
News of Manamako's demise spreads far and wide. Like worms, his followers burrow deep into the earth to escape the searing light of the coming dawn.
That is a disgusting mental image. Why did you have to do that to Rikha'Raal? She could have lived her whole life without envisioning that. Just looking through Amazon cells, these for traditional animations are really expensive. 70 bucks for 100 cells. I mean, it makes sense. They're one of a kind. Why have you summoned Rikha'Raal, Varen?
As ever, straight to the point. You've done the impossible. The King of Worms has been consumed by the wrath of Molog Bal.
Oh, really?
The power of his worm cult is broken forever.
When did that happen? Really? This one figured it would have been a more epic battle. Alright. Rikha'Raal will go along with what you are saying. Yes, she does the impossible every day. She is amazing, no? But Molog Bal is still a threat. This one has not found her soul. She does wish to reclaim it, if at all possible. Although she has done quite well without a soul, yes.
That is the grim truth of the matter. But the Amulet of Kings is in our possession, and there is still much to do.
Unpainted ones? Ah, because I'm thinking of making a traditional 2D animation for my bachelor's thesis. Either traditional animation or feature film. Well, you know, you could just do the traditional 2D animation without like you could just do it with regular materials, tracing paper, good old tracing paper. Nothing fancy whatsoever, a flip book even. But I could also see why you would want to make it professional looking as a thesis. I never really worked too much in traditional animation, so I don't actually know too much about it. I always used tracing paper and regular paper and just like said, here, there's a 2D one. Can I go on the computer now? How can we be sure that the man Marco is truly gone, though?
In my sleep, I hear his tormented screams, and Molog Bal forces visions of his eternal torture into my mind. I can show you exactly what I see, if you wish it.
And again, traditional animations just fascinate me, like the old school filmmaking stuff. Oh, definitely. All art I can totally be down for learning about. I actually have a book, like the traditional 2D animation and film and like how it's done and stuff. I just never got the chance to read it, but I look through the pictures and stuff, and it's really cool because you'd end up with these full illustrations, and they would pan through it to like show the skylines and do all the like, it just, the technical skill involved with doing all of the hand-drawn frame by frame stuff is amazing. And like, you've got to give props to people, because I mean, like, nowadays animations, it's still a lot of work, 3D or 2D, but you've got a lot of extra help and automation through programs that you didn't have back then. It's really cool. I think you'll have a fun time. You'll learn some cool stuff. Become a better artist for it, I'm sure. For traditional, you basically draw the sketches on tracing paper, then copy that into cells with acrylic paint, and then get that onto the 16mm film. Yeah, see, I just did sketches on paper. I never went with like actual cells and painting them and stuff. I never went that far, so it's pretty intense. Anyway, back to Rikha'Raal. Khajiit does not really want to see these visions. Trust her in her words. However, you have been known to be a liar, and it seems a little bit too easy for you to just say, yes, I see this man's torment, and yeah, you do not have to worry about it. No, show Khajiit these visions. Oh. Well, this is weird. We're back in your...
the fate of the King of Worms.
We're back in your brain space again.
Please, no more! It was a misunderstanding, Great One. Let me serve you. Let me prove my loyalty. No more, I beg of you.
Mannimarco's torment will be endless. The god of schemes will use him to set an example. All who follow him will know you cannot hope to betray the greatest of betrayers. I cannot help but pity him, despite all he has done. But this is not why you were called here, Vestige. Come, Saisahar will speak with you first.
Alright, that could have just been your imagination for all this one knows. But that was pretty scary, and now Khajiit really doesn't know if she wants to be bothered with confronting Malak Bal at all, really. She's very comfortable without a soul. She does not need it.
The greatest of the Sword Saints, Divad, tells us that destiny is a chain, forged one link at a time. Our chain is nearly complete. There is but one link remaining.
Really? You got it down to a science, eh? One link. Not two. Not five, but one. Please answer, Khajiit. What is this link?
It is you, my friend. You are the link.
Oh, of
I
course.
will not bore you with effusive praise, but stated plainly, you are a great warrior and a trusted friend. And we would like to extend you an offer.
So much trust in Tamriel. Everyone knows how great Rikha'Raal is. Almost to a fault. But yes, she is amazing. What offer?
When Emperor Varen first brought the 5 companions together, he did so in the hope of creating a Tamriel where all men could live freely and safely beneath one banner.
Go on.
The 5 companions failed, betrayed from within by one of our own, the Worm King Mannimarco. All that came after was the result of one man's treachery. Now 4 of the 5 are reunited to right that great wrong, but destiny requires a 5th.
Oh, does it really? What are you suggesting?
We want you to join us as our 5th member. You were the champion we should have had with us back then. Don't look so grave. This is largely symbolic, but please, humor an old soldier.
Rikha'Raal rarely looks grave. Sigh, you must be confused. Human expression is slightly different than a Khajiit one. This one is not so sure. Actually, she does not feel one way or the other about it. It does seem largely symbolic. You have a certain perspective on the world. But our goals align, more or less. Khajiit is a little bit afraid right now. Sure. Rikha'Raal is honored to join you as the last member of the 5 companions.
My lord, with your permission.
You needn't call me that anymore, Saisahar. We are equals now.
All those years ago, when we
Equals?
fought beneath our lord's banner to
Please.
free the Empire from the Longhouse Emperors, we did so with a dream of freedom and peace in mind. Not just for the Empire, but for all of Tamriel. Together, we forged a fellowship stronger than any blade, only to see it shattered upon the rocks of deceit by one of our own. That fellowship is no more. Yet we 4 have assembled here, united by a single purpose. It is not vengeance that drives us, but truth and loyalty and justice. I, Saisahar, steward of the Abbey of Blades, call for the 5 companions to be reforged this day by the light of Stendarr and the heart of Lorkhan. May our blade of fellowship be forged anew. And may the Vestige, our mutual friend and ally, become its tip. That we may thrust it straight into the heart of a Daedric prince.
Rikha'Raal does
Sasahan is
not want
right.
to be thrusted anywhere.
You are the member that we should have had all those years ago.
Sure,
Yes,
but
as the
Rikha'Raal
scrolls
does not...
foretold, the soulless one will become the brightest of 5 stars.
Whoa,
They shall guide us to the coming
listen. Rikha'Raal is
please,
amazing, but...
You melodramatic sots. Fine, fine. If seeing one of your foolish prophecies come true will help to ensure the safety of the Empire, I'll play along.
We stand united once more. The 5 companions are reforged, and together we will strike down the god of schemes.
Come here, my friend. I've got a few things I want to say before you go.
Before I go... Look, this is a group effort. Rikha'Raal said that she would join because it is the 5 companions, not one bright shining star, although flattery is, well enjoyed. But, no, she is not the tip, she is not going to be thrust anywhere. She is not the one to take him down. She's going to be nestled safely within the group. Have you not heard safety in numbers? Lyris.
It's been a long road, hasn't it? My father used to say that if you avoid all of life's abrasions, you'll never be polished enough to shine. We must be pretty damn shiny by now.
That was actually quite wise. The old techniques are just awesome. Buster Keaton's techniques can still be seen in the works of people like Edgar Wright, Wes Anderson, and even Bill Murray. It's true. I mean, like, you've got to learn from the past, right? Some techniques are just staples that you can easily fall back on. I mean, the 12 principles of animation they made ages ago still always applies now to movement when you make animation, because they're just, it's part of history, it's part of the whole system of movement and believability. Alright. Yes, he was quite wise.
I've been thinking about our adventures and the hardships we've faced together. We're in the last leg of this journey, aren't we?
Supposedly.
I don't regret any of it, but it occurs to me that we haven't had much of a chance to talk as friends.
No, we have not. We've become acquaintances, companions to a degree. Friends. You know nothing of Rikha'Raal. Only probably words on the wind, considering all your bluster about how amazing she is. She did become moon-hallowed and hand to the queen. Oh, or I? Whatever. She's friends with the queen. Yes, friends. We may not get another chance, though. What did you want to talk about?
Where do you see yourself going after all of this is over? I mean, assuming we survive, get your soul back, and stop Molag Bal.
Ah, a question about this one. Well, let us see here. There is nothing to talk about. That's funny. There is a whole world to explore. This one wants to see what is out there.
Traveling is a humbling experience. You see
Not
firsthand what
exactly.
a small place you occupy in the world.
True, but
Funny
not
thing
really.
is, the farther you go, the harder it is to return. But when you do, if you do, you get to see the place you came from with new eyes.
That last part Rikha'Raal can agree with. Most of it makes sense, however, it seems the farther that the Khajiit roams, the more amazing trouble she finds and she is able to help with. And you become bigger. What about you?
Me? I don't know. Maybe I'll go back to Skyrim and settle down. Squeeze out a few whelps. Maybe raise sheep or grow cabbages.
You are serious, yes?
What? No. Can you imagine it? Lyris Titanborn, shepherd, farmer, housewife. I need to be out in the wind and wild. And if I ever find my life mate, he'll feel the same way. My turn. What's your one regret about all we've been through?
Missed opportunities to seize power. It is quite true. However, this is a friendly conversation between friends, no? So, perhaps it is the deaths of so many people.
You never get used to it. My father, he'll die over and over again for the rest of my life. Grief doesn't go away. You just learn to live with it. But I can live my life with his daring and spirit and joy. That way he'll never die. Not really.
Now what about you?
Oh, lots of things. Friends lost, missed opportunities, failed endeavors. Maybe the best we can hope for is to end up with the right regrets. I do regret not taking the time to get to know the people I fought with. I hope to change that.
Ah, yes. Rikha'Raal is seeing you do that right now. What else is on your mind?
One last thing. You like mead?
Oh, sure.
I knew I liked you. So, let's toast. To Molag Bal, that ugly skeever. May his privates be infected with brown rot fever. May our course be true and our hearts be brave, as we march into Cold Harbor to spit on his grave.
Goodness, Lyris. Rikha'Raal had no idea you were such a poet. Rikha'Raal will drink to that.
Let's not forget the struggles that got us to this point. We're almost home. We just have a bit further to fight.
Are you all insane? You do realize what we need to do, right? We have to fight a Daedric prince. Amulet or no, this is going to mean more death.
Yes.
Vestige, come here. I'll tell you what they're afraid to mention.
Oh, that this one will die in endless torment and over again. Or just remain weirdly spiritual like Mannimarco, and just be tortured all the same. Yeah, no, Rikha'Raal knows that this will end very badly, or could end very badly. Oh dear, what is this one doing?
Getting all chummy with Titanborn? I enjoy the company of clever, well-informed people. You really should try it sometime. So, you felled the great Mannimarco. Well played. You've done the Empire a great service.
It is not just about the Empire. That is not why Khajiit did it.
The farmer doesn't thank the cow when it voids itself on the field, but it still makes the crops grow taller.
You are suggesting that the Rikha'Raal is a cow?
I suppose it is, but that wasn't the reason for this heartwarming reunion. Varen and I have spoken at length since you recovered the amulet, and have determined our final course of action. Molag Bal remains a threat, and Tamriel is still in grave danger.
I forgot about that one. On another note, the good thing about trying to learn from Disney is hearing all the good songs once again. The God songs. Yes. They are very good at that. At making good songs. Musical songs. Be prepared. Cruella de Vil, Cruella de Vil. I can't sing it all. Oh, man. You will tell the Rikha'Raal. What do you have in mind?
First, the plane meld must be stopped. Even now, forces gather and plan an assault on Oblivion itself. You must join them.
Oh, man. That's what I should be doing. In my downtime, I should just have Disney songs on, like, nonstop, and just, like, get the lyrics drilled into my brain again. Because they're mostly there. And then, with Sing a Song, I'll be like, oh, I could just sing a Disney song, because that's, like, super easy. Rather than being like, ah. I've been reading a book from one of Disney's former animators, Walt Stachfield. And the most important thing they focus on when animating is drawing verbs, not nouns. I remember there's like certain charts for like mouth positions when animating speaking or singing, because there's like specifics, like they figured out a whole formula for it, which is pretty cool. That's what's been happening to me over the last days. What's your favorite Disney movies? I don't know. I remember I used to be really into Lion King as a kid. I had gotten a Lion King towel, and I was using that a lot, and Lion King toys and stuff. Like, I think my perspective has changed really, because as a kid, you know, there's certain favorites that you had, but as an adult, you have a different perspective on it. And especially as like an artist, then you can have a different kind of perspective on like what your favorite animation is, because from a technical aspect or just like the story coming together with the music and the animation quality and all of that. I think. See, if it was just your favorite like animated movie, I could be like Kung Fu Panda, easy. um, um, I still think Lion King holds a special spot in my heart. I do really like Mulan. Mulan was really good too. But these were ones that came out when I was a kid, so I think like I have that bias there. And I do really like Tangled as well. It's not traditional 2D, but it's still a Disney movie, and I do like it. I'm trying to think. I don't think I'm remembering all of them, even at this moment, either, as I'm going through them in my head.
Then, and only then, can you take the fight to Molag Bal himself, to restore protection to Nirn and reclaim your soul.
Restore the protection to Nirn would be nice. No more of those portals, yes? Those strange noises and hooks coming down to the ground? Or will those somehow still continue, even though Rikha'Raal saved the world? Because for some reason, the time continuum is so terribly damaged. People can be alive and they can be dead, and it really doesn't matter, and everything is all wibbly wobbly, timey wimey, and the Rikha'Raal is the only one that notices these things. Is it even possible to defeat Molag Bal? He is a Daedra.
I know more about the Daedra than any man or mer alive. For good or ill, my family has always kept ties with the forces of Oblivion, and this much I know. One cannot kill a Daedric prince. But we have the Amulet of Kings.
Isn't Manamarco a Oh wait, not yet. Or actually, this one does not really know the timeline. Yeah, Manamarco couldn't possibly be a Daedric prince yet. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with that. Like Mulan and Tangled probably top 2, and then Lion King is a special one in my heart from childhood. Just because the songs are so good. But I'm sure there's like others. If I look through a whole list of them, I'll be like, oh right, that one, yeah, that's top. Princess and the Frog. I saw it as an adult, so it was a different experience. It didn't charm me in the way that like Disney movies can sometimes just charm me, which is unfortunate. But I really appreciated it going back to the Disney classics of this is a 2D movie and we've got musical numbers, and that was really cool. And I think that one was really good. Mulan and Lion King were awesome. If I had to boil it down to 3, then it would be Aladdin, Robin Hood, and 101 Dalmatians. 101 Dalmatians. That was like hand-drawn stuff. And Aristocrats. Aristocats. I remember that one being really cool. You could see the hand-drawn lines. I am like going left and right like a madman with troubleshooting my phone, trying to get the stream to play. Play it on console, no problems. Oh man. I'm sorry to hear you have these troubles then. Hello, Alcos. The villain in Princess and the Frog was super cool. Yeah, right? I appreciate how they develop villains with their motives and stuff. Like, I thought Frozen was really good in that regard, where there was no actual, like, clear villain anymore. They kind of transcended beyond that. It was just this person struggling with something, and because of the way she was handling the situation, it became like a villain, but she wasn't actually. It was really cool. Because, I mean, they were going to go with the original formula with in Frozen, where it was like the Ice Queen was going to be evil, you know, but it was really cool how they're changing that. And they're also changing the whole romance spin, because them always falling in love at the end is cute and all, but the like marriage stuff and being super serious about a relationship isn't super realistic. I reset my phone, I offload apps, clear cookies cache. What more does it want? It wants everything from you. Did you check if the app needs to get updated? Or your operating system needs to get updated? On a few frames in Robin Hood, you can still see the like horizontal and vertical lines in the face. Yes! I don't know why, but I love that. That organic feel where you can see the technical lines still there. It's cool. That's just me being an art nerd. Alright, Abnar Tharn. Go on, continue.
With the amulet in our possession, we may be able to wound him severely, and in the process force him to relinquish every last soul he has stolen, including your own.
Oh?
This is where your condition works to your benefit.
Wait. Relinquish every last soul he has stolen? That is thousands, perhaps millions, over countless centuries. What would happen to his plane of oblivion? What would happen to the balance of the ethereal planes? Also, how does Khajiit's soulless condition benefit us?
The ritual we performed with the Amulet of Kings caused the soul burst and damaged the veil between worlds. If the damage is to be repaired, I must attempt the ritual again, this time with you.
Why? Please tell Khajiit. Will that not just cause another soul burst?
Only if we use it here on Nern. But if we were to travel to Cold Harbor, we might be able to harness its power. Imbue you with divine agency enough to challenge the Daedric Prince. But there is a price.
The price is already traveling to Cold Harbor, in this one's opinion. She has seen enough of it. Truly, she has seen enough.
Calling upon the power of the amulet in this manner will consume someone's soul, utterly. One cannot channel the power of the gods without paying such a price. Unfortunately, you don't have a soul to consume, and I am needed to perform the ritual.
Khajiit still has a soul. It is simply elsewhere. Not elsewhere, but elsewhere. You know, Abnar Tharn. You are a smart one, no? So someone has to die? No, this is not true. Rikha'Raal is standing right here without a soul. Someone would just become soulless. You're going to say someone has to die, aren't you?
More specifically, one of our 3 companions. I suspect that's why they're so nauseatingly over-appreciative and fawning.
I'm at my salty peak. Any more of it and I will lose it? Oh no! Ah, no. The price is too high. And stupid. Just become soulless like Rikha'Raal. It is fun. You can make difficult decisions for greater grasps of power.
Of course it is. The fact of the matter stands, however. One of the 5 will need to give their life to fuel this attack, when the time comes.
So you said before the vestige arrived. And I've already thought it over. I'll do it.
Snow Lily, no. You should not need to give your life this way. This is my duty. Penance for my numerous failures. This is my chance to make things right.
The scroll said nothing of this moment, and so I am not bound to their dictates. Vestige, I ask that you let me do this one thing. All that has happened was because of my hubris. I shall be the one.
Sire, you've done enough. This was Manimarco's doing, not yours.
As the one who will fight the Daedric Prince, the Vestige should decide.
I don't see you leaping to volunteer, Tharn. Saving your own backside again?
Hard as it may be, Lyris, don't be an idiot. I'm the only one who knows the ritual, and we don't have time to teach anyone else.
That's enough. It won't be decided here and now. Vestige, come here. I have some final words for you.
Well, actually it is, really. Varen, you are the clear choice. These two love each other. And they are fairly nice people. It was truly your fault that all of this happened. You should be the one to pay the price. You messed up quite badly. And because of your power, these two ended up following you foolishly. You are not worth... Well... You are not worthy of your titles. And you are not very... honorable? What is honor? Really and truly, though, you will be the one to die.
It appears we have come full circle, Vestige.
I'm on my 3rd glass of whiskey, so probably that's why I get annoying pretty fast without noticing. Oh, Hendris. Okay, I think I did it. I fiddled with my internet's bandwidth, and it's flowing somewhat smoothly. Christ, I haven't been this salty since yesterday. Oh. It was not you at Zen, but Rika I was laughing at. I feel your pain. Sorry, I can't even process that comment right now. I'm slowly lowering the salt in me. Dilute it with water. Almost done with my tea. I just gotta start brewing pots again, so I always have enough for the 2 hours. It appears we have come full circle. Yes, this is true. And one of you truly has to die.
That millions of others may live, yes. Do not be troubled. Any one of us would gladly make such a sacrifice.
Yeah, that's not the point. The point is that you're all putting it on Rikha'Raal to decide, and have to carry the decision in life, while you do not have to carry it in death. But it is okay. Rikha'Raal has made her decision, and she feels quite certain of it. If she had to choose between Saisahan and Lyris, it would be a different matter. But first the plain milled ham has to be stopped, yes?
As Tharn has said, there are already plans in motion to infiltrate Cold Harbor. You must be part of them. The chains that anchor us to oblivion draw us ever closer. They must be severed once and for all.
Yesterday was just dreadful for Overwatch. Yeah, they released a bunch of stuff, I heard, which normally means everyone's trying to log in at once, so everything's lagging. My friend was saying how he was playing the new map, and it was, like, super laggy, and he thought it was because of him and his computer. But now that I'm thinking about it, it's probably the servers were being strained, of course. But I didn't, so, wait, the world needs balancing? How so? It's a mess with choke points everywhere. Interesting. I mean, maybe that's part of the challenge and the way they designed it, yeah? Alright, Rikha'Raal will find a way. She enjoys this idea of severing the anchors. She does not really appreciate the scary things that fall from the sky.
When the plane meld has been thwarted and the dust has settled, the 5 companions will gather one last time to face our destinies. The god of schemes must be stopped, Vestige. That is the only thing that matters now.
Is it the only thing? Well, Rikha'Raal thinks her life matters, too. Probably just as much. But she will not say so. Of course, Baron. Of course. We will do everything in our power, as we always have. Another skill point. Let's see here now. We have messages across Tamriel. Vanus Galerion, human names, of the Mages Guild has a plan to stop Malag Bal's incursion of Tamriel. It requires convincing the 3 alliances to join forces with the Mages Guild and Fighters Guild to assault Cold Harbor. This one needs to speak to Razemdar in the Skywatch Mages Guild. Then this one can start working with Venice. Ah, Razemdar. Always worth talking to. Hello there, Cadwell.
So, going toe-to-toe with the big bad then, are you? Smashing. Good luck to you. This whole plane meld thing seems like a nasty business. I prefer my Cold Harbor with a bit less Tamriel in it, thank you very much.
You do realize that you are in Tamriel right now, not Cold Harbor. Whatever. It was nice seeing you, Cadwell. Man, I need to play that new Blizzard map. See for myself if I get salty over the choke points. Let's see here. Skywatch. Talk to Captain Jimila. This one can do that there as well. Let us first travel to this way shrine. It's not a challenge, really. It can't be worse than the map design of Modern Warfare 2's map High Rise. Let's see, a good way up here. It's interesting for me because I have this dual-sided opinion over Blizzard World, where I think it's really cool that they have done so much work and made so many games and experiences that they can make a whole map of it, and it's basically like this portfolio / love letter to all of the work that the studio has done. And then the cynical part of me that exists is just like, wow, you guys are just really, you know, patting yourselves on the shoulder over and over again. And it's funny. I have these 2 different perspectives simultaneously in my head. It's like, oh, this is so nice, and it's like so sentimental. And then the other part of me is like, no, they're just like they're just being they're giving themselves too much praise. They just want you to buy the games. Blow Eagle versus Pride. Yeah. Oh, Makula. Nice voice. Hello, sir. This one is not even going to attempt to say your name.
Hey there, friend. A word, if you please. Been waiting for you. The boss sent me. Need to deal with this Heriton situation now that you put Estri in the ground.
Well, this sounds legit. Is the boss?
Razumdar, of course.
Razum!
We found a list of 4 names. Veiled Heriton's operatives at the highest level, now on the run from Dominion forces.
Oh, and the order is to kill them, no?
These Mer have been sentenced to death. Find them and carry out the order. We have records of their last known location. That should help. Return with proof of their demise, if you please.
Rikha'Raal will do as he can.
Use the list to track them down. Good luck, and show no mercy.
You work with Raz, then, yes?
I'm an eye, same as you.
Aye, that's
the
what it
island's
was.
lousy with us right now. We need to get people talking.
Oh.
Learn where the Heritons got their support.
Rikha'Raal thought she was special, being an eye to the queen. Well, she is still special in many other ways. But there does seem to be a lot of eyes. I could go for waffles right now. Me too. Waffles with maple syrup. And maybe whipped cream. Because I have a sweet tooth. Jimla!
It's good to see you, friend.
Yes!
You will always have a place aboard the Prowler.
Jafiskaja. Queen Irene said you could take this one to the port of Haven.
The Queen? Of course we can do this. We shall set out for Haven at once, if you are ready.
Where is your ship?
Where we left it, I'd hope. But come, join me for a drink. It's good luck to share a glass before a long voyage. Unless you can't handle this stuff. Then you can meet us in Vulkelgard.
Alright, Rikha'Raal has a time for a drink.
How about a friendly wager? We match each other, glass for glass. Win, and you travel to Haven in the privacy of your own cabin. But if I win, you launder our clothes for the entire voyage. Deal?
If you buy the drinks, we have a deal.
Ha! Deal! Bottoms up. And speaking of bottoms, my quartermaster prefers a crisp fold in his breeches.
Ready when you are. What is this? Where is Rikha'Raal? Where is Jimla? What has happened? She still has all of her gold on her. This is good.
I have many fine goods.
Let us see here. Should we? Which quest should this one go on? A Khajiit merchant calling himself a Jarakdar claims to have found a way inside built up. No, this can wait. Queen Irene has heard the ramblings of discontent in Elden Root, the Aldemiri Dominion's capital. She wants me to travel ahead of her and assess the situation. This one spoke with Captain Jimla. She says I should meet her, invoke your god, when this one is ready to leave for Haven. Alright, Khajiit knows what to do. We will go to the Great Tree first. That should fix the timeline. Hopefully. Wither waffles or pancakes? Either. Okay, I was gonna say, wither? What? Either waffles or pancakes. Both are good. Cool, I found a mod port that's a flowing cape with physics. Ah, yes. Physics. It was very cool when they first, modders first introduced that. They were like, hey, we can make floating capes. Isn't this awesome? Hey, we can make hair that actually no, I think the sexy time jiggle physics came first before the hair mods. But I think it was the cloaks first when they finally figured it out. And then it was like, okay, let's make all these other things have physics. It was really cool though. Finally, a piece of clothing that's not magically glued to the back of my heels. There's just one condition. It clips through your tail. That is always the problem. Wait, are we actually going the right way? Rikha'Raal wishes greatly for that to be the case. Ah! She is all the way back here? No. Invoke your guard. Can you take this one to invoke your guard?
Need passage between Auridon and Grotwood? I have a deal with some privateers. They'll take us across the lane for you.
Well, this one does need to go to Grotwood. But she needs to go talk to Jimla first. Apparently it has to be her. Oh, this is unfortunate. I can't use the cape when I meet Harkon, otherwise the game freaks out. Don't ask how, game just does it. That is because he is the one that wears the cape. No one else. Oh man.
Some of you may
Where
wonder
is the
what
way
I've
shore?
learned since meeting the Elder Spinners of Sylvanar, and you need not worry. My research has shown their prophecies to be nothing more than conjecture and finally...
Lady, you are really good at projecting. This one can hear you from way far away. This one's also getting lost for no good reason. Alright, we shrine to Jimla. Use her boat. Deal with Grotwood. Fix the timeline. Then save the world. Back when it was mind-blowing, when weapons didn't float in the air but rather just laid around. It's because it uses a physics engine that wasn't finished, so bugs are gonna happen. Nice. I don't know if that's the case. I mean, the engine is what it is. I think it's complete in the portions that vanilla Skyrim uses. But it could definitely be better. There's a lot of things that the engine could use, but since they're using their own in-house system, they are kind of rather far behind when it comes to things that should be standard by now. And I can understand why they want to use their own engine, because there's the most flexibility in that and the most control, and it's easier for people to mod, which is like super important to their brand. But at the same time, they really should probably just take one of their studios, and instead of working on another game and another game, like I think they're making a whole nother franchise, they should probably, you know, take that studio and instead spend those years of development just to redo their creation engine so it's better for them to use if they're going to keep using it. Because it's getting kind of ridiculous where they just keep Frankensteining it over and over again. It's going to end up with more convoluted steps to get a simple thing done and more potential for bugs. Because we already know, like, systems that are extra complex, it's hard to update one variable without, you know, another one getting all weird.
My head feels like a thunderbug crawled inside it. But I did win our contest. Ablan will bring the laundry for you every morning.
What? Rikha'Raal does not remember this. Apparently she does, because she can either intimidate or lie. Or not remember. That is interesting. It is okay. Rikha'Raal is okay with laundry. Rikha'Raal will take your word for it. She really does not remember.
Are you ready? And can you stop thinking so loudly?
Never. But yes, Rikha'Raal is ready to leave for Haven.
Yes. Yes. We'll cast off as soon as the Prowler stops spinning.
She was able to travel across the island. Or it is an island, right? Yes. She was able to travel across the island and still not sober up. A strange creature. The timeline is forever broken. Not if Rikha'Raal has anything to say about it. She will save the world and save time. Lots of time. I've seen capeless Nightingale armor and I'm dead confused. That cape shouldn't be removed. It's a nice touch. I don't know. I feel like personally, I like both versions. So it's kind of nice to have the option if you want. Like, make it an equipable cloak so you can either have it off or on. It gives a little bit more customizability. Customability? Can't speak. Don't worry about it. I also like, ooh, Zarlark. You redeemed a digital doodle. Nice. She sounds like she's being turned on at the same time. And at the same time... at the same time disappointed. Oh no, not another song. Not with this voice. What should I sing? What should I attempt to sing? That's really how I need to coach it. I am open to requests on the matter. Talk to Razamdar. No. Ah, here we are. Talk to King Cameron. And there's a way shrine. And we travel from way shrine to save time. If only this one had a water mount. She could swim much faster, for she would not have to swim at all. The beast would. And she would merely be along for the ride. And remain dry. Which is probably the most important. No. Alright. This one was thinking that the Way Shrine was inside of this fortification, but it is not. This one also forgets to use her horse. So used to leg day. No. Do not attack this one. No touching. DLC? What's the DLC? Extra downloadable? Destructive downloadable content. I don't know. With all its glorious memes and narrative. Ah, snap. Doki Doki Literature Club. Ah, yes, that game. Talented and I wanted to potentially do another Let's Play where we play that game together. But we're super lazy, so that's probably gonna happen a while from now. Andrew did the right thing pulling out while I was still in Act 1? What? I only have heard good things about it. What do you mean pulling out at Act 1? Don't you want to play through the whole game? Is it ridiculously long and time consuming, like it's not worth it? You guys are saying cool, do it, but now I'm just confused. I also still don't know what to sing. This one needs to go upstairs. He didn't play through the whole game. Well, that's just silly, cutting off like that. That doesn't seem bad. That seems like a pretty doable game. Hello, King Cameron.
The orrery is of such importance to Eldenroot. I've heard the story since I was a child, and always wondered what would happen should it be restored. I suppose I'll learn very soon.
Oh no, we already completed the orrery, so this is a little awkward. But Queen Irene sent Rikha'Raal to help deal with the unrest.
How thoughtful! I could hardly turn down such a generous gift, especially with the trouble brewing in Eldenroot.
Suggest going into DLC blind. Doki Doki. Yes, I have abstained from spoilers, so I don't know really much about it. And I want to keep it that way, more or less.
The orrery is of such importance to Eldenroot. I've heard the story since I was a child, and always wondered what would happen should it be restored. I suppose I'll learn very soon.
Rikha'Raal feels like there is a little bit of deja vu happening right now. But also time warp, so who is she to judge? Ambassador Taranue conspired against the Dominion.
Oh, good. Nothing I enjoy more than talk of conspiracy. Did the ambassador have a manifesto? They usually have manifestos. No matter. I trust you resolved it.
The national anthem of elsewhere. Khajiit is not sure she knows it. Is that, like, do they actually have an anthem? Because that would be fantastic. I would sing it. I would read it. Rikha'Raal captured Ambassador Taranue.
Splendid. I'll allow you the honor of informing Prince Naaman. Why not tell him the duly selected High Elf ambassador was working against the very Dominion she pledged to support? I'll sit in my throne and try not to gloat.
Well, Khajiit does not really like talking to Prince Naaman, considering he is supposed to be dead. But this one supposes she doesn't have much choice, so she will do so. She supposed he was going to be in this room, however, considering you were saying that you were not going to gloat. Rikha'Raal assumed you would be watching, but such is not the case. Wait, or is it? Okay. It went away. So, oh, I get it. So there's no more of that quest. It was just that little bit before the orrery quest started, but since we completed that, that's why it didn't start up a new thing. So the time continuum seems to be fixed much quicker than Rikha'Raal anticipated. Alright, this is good. This is good. So now we can continue with speaking to Razamdar. Always a pleasure. Toki Toki will play with your heart, sometimes shatter it, and sometimes melt it. Never. Wait. Oh gosh, sorry. Sadly I don't think so. Dang it! I was hoping there'd be an anthem. Got my hopes up. He's in the room. Okay, well, Rikha'Raal does his best to, does her best to ignore the dead man in the room. Doki Doki sounds like quite a game. Alright. Talk to Razamdar and Skywatch. How much does it cost to... This one does not want to mount anything in this location. Do not worry. We got to go outside. Leave this place. And perhaps never return. Seeking a tenant. Are you an adventurer of good reputation? Have low to moderate homicidal tendencies? Looking for a cozy home to call your own, but too low on funds to afford one? How would you like a free in-room? That's right, completely free. No catch. Oh, there is always a catch. This sounds suspicious. Absolutely suspicious. Rikha'Raal knows better. Especially since she inherited a skooma room anyway. And so really does have housing. A tiny little room. Alright. Razamdar. Back to Skywatch. Once more. Ah. Alright. Goodness, sorry. Feel cough a little bit more than usual. There's that lady, ever singing. Up the steps of Skywatch we go. Rikha'Raal is running when she should be using a horse. In fact, she will summon it now and run off to Skywatch to see Razamdar. Oh man. If only this one could sing and not have her voice crack so much. There is Razam. Hello. Cat noises. Aww.
I was up all night reading this book, but I'm so close to being done. Just a few more chapters, I promise.
Sure. You do not need to promise Rikha'Raal, but she will take your word on it. Hello, and goodbye. Oh, kitty. Razamdar, it is good to see you again.
Seems like just moments ago we were in June, yes?
Yes.
It is a good thing Raz is so quick on his feet. Wouldn't want you waiting on him, like we are waiting on the Guildmaster.
You must tell Rikha'Raal. The Queen said something about a Molag Ball.
Yes. Vanus Galerian of the Mages Guild requested your presence. He should be here soon.
Rikha'Raal must know. What does Vanus want?
He begs your assistance with a hopeless task. He seeks to bring the Alliance leaders together for a meeting. One which they will all survive. This is insanity, of course, but the Queen tells Raz to give him whatever he needs.
Very interesting proposition. It sounds straight up like Skyrim. It really does sound straight up like a Skyrim scenario. Rikha'Raal will help, if she can.
The Queen tells Raz that you speak with her authority, yes?
Yes.
This responsibility is a great one. Better you than Raz. You are aware of what will be involved?
No, this one does not. She was given the responsibility without understanding what needs to be done.
Certain communications must be made. Dangerous communications. This will ensure the safety of all. This one may have to delegate. Yes, of course. Cariel will do that. Ah, that was not so hard.
Huh. Good.
Job for Cariel?
Easy work.
No way. Do it
Why?
yourself.
Why?
Thrush is a homicidal maniac, and Copper Daria, let's just say I'm not her favorite person.
Why is Copper Daria displeased with Cariel?
I may have collapsed a building on top of her. Accidentally.
Ah, yes. This one forgot about that. Very well. Raz will take care of it. And he will send Copper Daria your warmest regards.
Apologies for my lateness.
Damn it, Raz. Not so close.
Raz. Raz left? Was he not supposed to be meeting with this one as well?
Thank you for coming so quickly, Champion. I've been consulting with Countess Hakruba of the Fighters Guild. Both of our guilds believe the time has come to take the fight to Cold Harbor. But this places us in a delicate political position.
And what is the problem besides the obvious?
Trust, as always. The Alliance leaders will never agree to join forces. And if our guilds only work with one alliance, the other two will see it as a betrayal. For both guilds, our neutrality is our strength. We can't afford to take sides.
The situation really is that dire.
The war in Cyrodiil has been long and bloody, and all three alliances are spread thinly. They can't commit resources to an assault on Cold Harbor without making themselves vulnerable. I want to bring all three leaders together, maybe cut a deal.
And what do you need from this one?
You're in a unique position. You can speak with authority, but you're not an alliance leader. You're respected. You have a reputation. They may let you get a word in before they leap at each other's throats. In short, you're the perfect diplomat.
But how so, really? Rikha'Raal does have a reputation, a good one, and is respected, but only within his Aldmeri dominion. Not with the others. The other alliances know little, if at all anything, about her. And you want her to speak to the alliance leaders?
I found the perfect meeting place. A neutral location far from disputed territories, an island called Stirk. I can get you an audience with each leader and provide magical transportation. You just need to convince them to travel to Stirk.
Oh yes, that sounds so simple. Rikha'Raal will be able to do it.
That's all I ask. I'll open the portal. I think it's best that I travel with you and make introductions as a neutral party. That might make things easier.
You don't understand sarcasm, do you? You do not understand sarcasm at all. Sarcasm. Can't say the word with this accent's voice. Solo mission. Way rest. Alright. Well, this looks like Nordic territory.
Esteemed High King Emmerich, I thank you for agreeing to this meeting. I would not presume to waste your time without good reason.
We've known each other for some time, Master Galerion. You aren't known for your capricious whims. Tell me, though, who is your companion?
Your Majesty, this is Queen Iren's personal representative, here to speak with you about the impending Cold Harbor crisis.
So Queen Iren sends her personal champion into the stronghold of her greatest enemy. Either she has a lot of faith in you, or she's trying to get you killed. I'm intrigued. Come, let us speak. Dibella's legs, but you are a bold one. Even the bards of Wayrest sing of your exploits. I must confess, I had hoped to meet you one day. We sharpen our blades on the same whetstone, if you take my meaning.
Rikha'Raal will take your meaning, even if she does not completely understand it. It is an honor, Your Majesty.
Tell me then, is it madness that drives you to barge in here like this?
Soullessness,
or perhaps
maybe.
You're here to surrender on behalf of your people. If that's the case, I accept.
Rikha'Raal has come to talk about the Molag Bal.
That's a bit of a dreary subject, but I prefer that over some angry line like, "I've come here to kill you, Your Majesty." I'm glad you didn't say that. So you want to talk about everyone's favorite Daedric prince, then? What of him?
Molag Bal's influence grows. It is time we took the fight to his realm.
Ha! I'm sorry. I think I must have misheard you. For a moment, I thought you were saying you wanted to battle a Daedric prince.
Yes, I know.
That would be especially funny if you wanted my help. So, what was it you really meant to say?
Rikha'Raal understands your disbelief. She is quite disbelieving as well. Rikha'Raal proposes all the alliances meet on the island of Sturk to discuss an assault on Cold Harbor. Together.
That would be utter madness. But I do like the thought of seeing that next to my name in the history books.
Yes.
All right. If Irene and Yoren agree to attend, I'll be there. If this is an assassination attempt, though, I'm taking you with me.
You can try.
Tell Cariel that I hope to drop in for a visit very soon. From an upper story. She'll know what I mean.
So, you've been mingling with the enemy, have you, Daria? Just so you know, I already knew that.
Oh, I love to mingle, Your Majesty. I'm gonna mingle their heads right off their necks one of these days.
Interesting.
That went well, I think. Shall we move on?
Where to next?
To Mournhold, where Skald King Yoren is waiting for us. I'm given to understand that his palace is inaccessible at present. And for a variety of reasons, the Tribunal Temple is inappropriate. He's offered to meet us at the Guild Plaza, shall we?
So, Rikha'Raal got this whole place wrong. Not a Nordic at all. She needs to go explore the world. And this is a step closer to that. This is very pretty. Look at that. Very loose, artistic style.
We'll burn you.
And shatter you.
Any questions?
Honored Skald King.
You did.
I am here with the
Dominion
personal
left.
champion of
Master
Queen
Galarian,
Irene.
please continue.
My companion hopes to speak with you about the impending Cold Harbor crisis.
I have heard tales of this one. The Skald King favors the bold, even among his enemies. Come, champion, let us speak.
Why can't Rikha'Raal perform magic with her hands? Why does she need a staff?
I will stay your execution since you came all this way. But choose your words carefully. I'm not a patient king.
Khajiit thanks you for speaking with her. Honored Skald King.
Yes, well, I am both suspicious and curious. If you are an assassin, though, get on with it. But remember this, you're coming to Sovngarde with me.
It will indulge this one. You do not fear death.
To fear death is to fear life. I am Nord. When my time comes, I will embrace it. Sovngarde will be glorious. No meetings, no schemes. But you're not here to talk philosophy. What do you want?
It is time we take the offensive against Molag Bal.
Who? The three alliances? Has magical travel rattled your brain?
Probably.
Speak plainly. What do you ask of me?
Rikha'Raal proposes a meeting of all three alliance leaders on the island of Sterk, a neutral zone.
Where the All Flags Army was born. If the other leaders agree, I will attend. If nothing else, it should make a good story. Now leave me before my dinner gets cold.
That is what the last king said. A good story. A good title to the name. Venice.
I didn't think it possible. Well done! We must return and begin the preparations.
Rikha'Raal is quite amazing. Let us go.
We have much to do. Come.
Your staff is quite pretty. Rika wishes she had one that looked like that. Actually, a moon staff would probably be better. She misses her banana staff. That was a good one. The Fighter's Guild.
All 3 leaders have agreed to join us on Stirk. Now comes the tricky part.
Oh, that was not the tricky part?
Individually, the leaders are rational, even reasonable. But get them together and, well, you'll see soon enough.
This one is sure.
Everything's been prepared. Are you ready to travel to the summit?
Let us see here.
Please, the Alliance leaders are waiting.
Shh. Give Rikha'Raal a hot second. This will be probably a solo quest, but we have a half an hour. I think we can do this. We can do this easy. Then you need to get crafting Khajiit style for the staff is the moon. I figured. As I was saying that, I was thinking that I'm like, well, if only I was a crafter, I could solve that problem easily. But that's not the kind of character she is. And I would have to bother with learning all that stuff off stream and trying to get materials and who wants to do that in a MMO? In a standard game, I can usually be convinced to craft, but MMOs, I don't know. That's just me. Hendress. Crafting? What? Who said that? Where? I'm on it.
Everything's been prepared. Are you ready to travel to the summit?
Well, this one is as ready as she can possibly be.
Then, with your permission, I'll open the portal to Stirk. May Auriel's hand guide us all.
Nani. Then open the portal.
The word has been given.
What?
A moment, please. I'll wait for you on the other side.
Our representative, Captain Alfari, is in charge of security on Stirk. He assures us that all is well there, but keep your wits about you. Good luck.
Look, this one has been through enough life events to know that more than likely there is going to be a fight at some point. It is an inevitability.
Welcome to the island of Stirk. Representatives from all 3 alliances are gathering at the meeting place. It's just up ahead, through the ruins.
Have the Alliance leaders arrived?
I'm told they'll be arriving at the meeting site by portal any moment. After all the bloodshed in Cyrodiil, I fear the leaders won't be quick to trust one another.
Well, of course.
Perhaps you can help them see the wisdom in cooperation.
Well, this is why Rikha'Raal is here. She will try her best in that regard.
I don't envy you the task. We've already assembled quite a team of experts for the Cold Harbor invasion itself. I'll try to introduce you to some of them on the way to the meeting. Lead on.
All right.
2 kings and a queen with barely a thimble of patience between them. Reaching a compromise will be no small task, I promise you.
Do you promise? This one feels somehow, deep in her bones, that she will be able to do this task. She will succeed and add to her reputation.
Look! Well, it's Lady Laurent!
What? Lady who? Lady who? Where? The lady.
Careful with that, you clumsy fool. Do hurry it up. We're missing everything.
I never weary of your charms, Lady Laurent.
Vanus Galarian as I live and breathe. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I had no idea the summit was to be held on the legendary island of Stirk.
It seemed a fitting choice. It was here that the leaders of the First Era assembled the All-Flags Navy to do battle with the Slode.
I can't wait to see what surprises Molag Bal's realm has in store for us.
You know...
We are waging war, not embarking on a sightseeing expedition, milady.
Fear not, Vanus.
But please, don't distract me. If I don't finish packing, Lady Laurent will give me quite the talking to.
But finished tying those bags yet? Oh, you really are hopeless.
Stibbins is
Farewell,
the most...
milady. We must dash. We're expected at the summit.
Stibbins is the one that this one wishes to talk to. He seems the most interesting.
Wonderful. It's Tellinger. Here's Tellinger, the artificer himself. Must it always take a crisis to pull you away from your toys, Telly?
Vanus, your robes smell of failed experiments and your words of foul wit.
Tell me, Telly, what
this is
Dwemer
a
rubbish
high
did you
elf
crawl out
thing.
of this week?
You really must learn to respect your betters, old friend.
This is
Do
how
let
high
me know when
elves
one happens
communicate.
by, won't you? I don't have the time or the energy, Tellinger, so I'll bid you good day.
Oh. Rikha'Raal thought there was going to be more there. That is how you communicate as friends, yes? High elf pompery.
The captain in charge of security, Alfari, is over there.
Captain Alfari, has the island been secured?
Aye. All ships in the area have been diverted away from the island, and the wards are in place.
And the Alliance leaders?
They'll be here any moment. You three should get over there as soon as you can.
We're on our way. Thank you, Captain. We must make haste.
Once we get to Cold Harbor, it will be open season on Daedra.
This is true. Alright, making haste then. Ah, the moon is shone in the sky.
High
This is
King
good.
Emmerich of the Daggerfall Covenant.
It is a good omen.
Queen Iran of the Old Merry Dominion. Yoren Skald King of the Ebonheart Pact.
We must put aside our differences and work together, or this assault is doomed from the start.
How do we know this isn't a ruse? A clever plan to divert our forces while your armies take the Imperial City.
I thought backstabbing was your favorite tactic, Emmerich.
Please, are you both so arrogant? Your weapons are children's toys compared to the horrors that Molag Bal commands.
I will not wager the future of my people on the word of a snow barbarian and an adolescent female. I fear for Tamriel's future if either of you were to sit upon the Ruby Throne.
Since when do you care about your people? You never lift a finger except to count your gold.
Please, my lords, this bickering is pointless.
What a waste of time.
Obstinate fools, both of you.
What a mess. Apologies, Vanus, but I'm going to check on my Lion Guard.
You run away quite fast. Ugh. Goodness.
Intractable fools. Their pride will see us all dead.
Please indulge, Khajiit. Is the Fighters Guild any different?
We've served as the first line of defense against Molag Bal's invaders, destroying his dark anchors all across Tamriel.
Yes.
They've succeeded in reducing their ranks and leveling half of Cyrodiil. What do you think?
And the Fighters Guild would be willing to invade Cold Harbor.
Willing and able. But, like the Mages Guild, we are constrained by a non-interference pact. The alliances will only tolerate our presence in their realms if we remain neutral. Unless all 3 alliance leaders consent to it, our hands are bound.
This is going about as well as I expected, unfortunately.
Alright, you know what? Khajiit is going to talk to them. And she will save the day. Interesting tense.
Leave me. I have much to consider.
Oh. Do you really? That's pretty cool. Daedric. Now, if only this one could read Daedric. But she can read enough to know that it is a repetition of something. Some kind of chant, perhaps.
This is going about as... Even if we can get them to stop bickering, they'll never agree to send troops to Cold Harbor. That would leave Cyrodiil unprotected.
The guilds can lead the attack, but only if all 3 leaders agree.
An interesting idea, but they need to stop bickering long enough to consider it. Why don't you visit each of them in their camps?
This is what this one wanted to do. Hopefully now she can.
Save your breath. I will not be swayed by some Altman lapdog.
We need to cooperate.
But what about the war in Cyrodiil? If I commit troops to this invasion, the Pact will be vastly outnumbered there.
What if we send the guilds to Cold Harbor instead?
Wizards and mercenaries against the Daedric hordes. Without the Ebonheart Pact, they do not stand a chance.
This is true, but considering that none of you will agree with your own forces, it is up to independents, people that are neutral in your war, to save the world so that you may continue fighting for it. In other words, you want history to remember you as the king who surrendered to Molag Bal.
How dare you? I should kill you where you stand. History will remember the Skull King as the bane of Molag Bal. I will support your foolish plan. Now get out of my sight.
Good. One more. And the other will fall easily.
With our combined strength, we might have a chance, but our distrust runs too deep. I fear we'll never reach an accord.
There is an alternative.
Is there? What did you have in mind?
We could send the guilds to Cold Harbor.
Perhaps. But we don't know enough about Cold Harbor to fully understand what they'd be up against.
You would not know, even if you reached an alliance. So what does it really matter? If we cannot trust the other alliances, what other option do we have?
An excellent point. Very well. If you can convince the other leaders, you have my...
Don't even need to finish speaking, Iran. This one understands fully that you will agree.
This queen of yours is spirited, I'll give her that. But she has no right to force her will upon all of Tamriel.
Sure. Look, Khajiit has a suggestion.
That's more than I'm getting from them. What do you suggest?
Send the guilds to Cold Harbor.
I don't doubt their commitment or their bravery, but they are few, and Molag Baal's followers are legion.
Of course. But again, as this one said to the other king, since you will not have a proper alliance to allow your forces to bolster the guild's ranks and everyone fight for the world that we live in, at least the guilds can go and save the world so that you may continue to fight over it. The guilds also have considerable experience fighting Daedra.
Arceisbeard, you're a bold one. But you may be right. If you can convince the barbarian and the child queen to agree, I'll consider it.
Vanas?
Any luck? Or are they still at an impasse?
They are considering the idea, but they are not completely convinced.
I hope they come to their senses soon. We're going to lose the element of surprise.
They do not trust each other.
With very good reason. But the sooner they come to an agreement that... Does the air feel strange to you? That's odd. All of a sudden it feels like a storm is approaching.
You know it would be nice, Vanas, if we could get one of those story weavers, whatever they're called in Elden Root. They can do crazy stuff, like rewriting someone's memories. Rikha'Raal was injected into one's mind. A high elf. A very powerful female high elf. And she became her best friend. She never had a childhood with her, but her memories were changed. And she became easily manipulable then. Wouldn't that be nice? Ah, you mentioned a storm, though?
I have an ill feeling about this.
Ah, a storm.
He has arrived. I can't.
Chaldean, what's happening?
Go! Get away from me! Run!
What is
These
this?
are the great leaders of Tamriel. Pathetic. But how convenient to have them gathered together in one place, so I can crush them like insects.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Stay back, Countess!
The insects fight back. How amusing, and yet so very sad. All of Nirn shall be mine.
Chaldean! Protect the leaders. Defeat
Oh no, oh no. Rikha'Raal does not like this. Oh dear. No, no, really do not want that. Goodness. This is horrible. Horrifying, really. Perhaps there is an easier way to deal with these rifts. It is well distracted by the mages. No. Apparently not. Oh dear. Come now. Just die already. Close the rift. One more to go. Oh yeah, stand there, why don't you? She steal this one's magic away. Is that what is happening here? Oh dear. Oh dear. Dang it. None of that for you. Whatever it is. Are we all going to agree now? Are we all going to play nicely together now?
I thought we were safe here, hidden from the enemy. The god of schemes grows more powerful by the day.
How could you be hidden? Really? This is the reason why we were on this island? The reason why we were on this island was because it was a neutral territory between the fighting factions. A Daedric prince, you thought being on this island, he would not somehow, like, he would not be able to see us? You are a foolish high elf. We must act quickly.
Agreed. There's no time to waste. We must take the fight to him.
You can open a portal to Cold Harbor, yes?
Yes, at the Iliad Well at the center of the island.
Perhaps this attack will convince the leaders to cooperate. However, we are missing a substantial part of their armies, but of course, we can work with what we have.
After that terrible display of power, I don't think they have much choice. Honored leaders, you have seen the face of our enemy! Molag Bal threatens every living being in Tamriel. The Mages Guild and the Fighters Guild have agreed to join forces to launch an assault on Cold Harbor!
Trust in us. Sanction our actions. Give us your blessings. We will not let you down.
Vanos is right. The guilds are our best and only choice. Send them to Cold Harbor.
I hate to admit it, but I agree with Emmerich.
As do I. It appears that much of the distrust between our alliances was sown and nurtured by the god of schemes.
Molag Bal thrives on deception and chaos. But if you'll forgive me, this alliance war is of your own making.
Countess Hakruba, gather the surviving members of both guilds in the Sturk interior. The champion and I will go there now to open the portal.
We'll be right behind you, Vanus.
The time has come, champion.
Let's go!
Champion? This one? Very well. Portal Valley.
Protect us all.
So, when can Rikha'Raal tell these people about her plan with the 5 champions? And that there will be a ritual performed so that she will be able to actually fight Molag Bal? Will this come together? This feels like something that Rikha'Raal should probably mention at this point.
We're as ready as we shall ever be.
This is everyone?
Unfortunately, yes. It's not the massive army we'd hoped for.
Oh dear.
But now that Molag Bal knows we're coming, a smaller group might be our only hope of slipping into Cold Harbor undetected.
You really need to stop thinking that we can be undetected.
It's difficult to predict where you will emerge once you reach Cold Harbor. Be on your guard, my friend.
Always. All right. Place of death, despair, and infinite cruelty. Ah, the place that Rikha'Raal loves to visit.
Hello, what's this?
Cadwell. Lovely. Alright, I don't know if we're still in solo right now. Yeah, we kind of are. But I think we just started it. Because we just convinced the 3 alliance leaders and everything. So, this is where we're going to call it because it's 5 o'clock. And if it puts me at the beginning where I have to walk into the portal again, that's no big deal. But I don't think we have to redo all the alliance stuff. If we do, we'll just have to run through it. But I think that was a breaking point, so I think we're good. I think we're good. So, it's really loud next to this portal. Let's give ourselves a little bit of space here. The real 1 death punch. Nah, I don't want to duel, but I will play my lute. Thank you guys for stopping by and hanging out. I really appreciate it. It's always a good time. Oh, that is an impressive steed. Look at that thing. My goodness. Junkyard cat, just like that, running off. I want to loot you. Check out the Discord if you haven't. Check out the events tab on this Twitch channel to know when we'll be streaming next. Tomorrow is only going to be a 1-hour stream rather than 2. And I'm thinking what I'm going to probably end up doing is instead of sketching for the 1 hour, maybe finally being able to do a little bit of the stream overlay stuff, because that's something that I've been wanting to work on, but ever since we had that trouble with the Wacom, I haven't been, because I've been saving it, and now it's been a whole nother week, so I am hoping that I can work a little bit on that tomorrow, and you know, share that all with you. And then on Friday, I've got some personal art that I could work on that would probably be fun to watch. I've got the main sketch done, so it'd just be like line work and beginning the coloring and everything. So it's either that or more Dark Brotherhood, stained glass stuff. But I'm hoping within the coming weeks to set up a system where every month, the monthly art I kind of wanted to change a little bit, where anybody can request. Like, requests will be completely open, and the polls will be to narrow down the requests, and that will be for Twitch subscribers or Patreon patrons. You'd be able to vote in those polls. Because I feel like it's a little bit underutilized, not many people request anything, so I want to give more of a chance for people to do that. And I am going to attempt to set it up where I do the whole entire thing as a recording, and do a speed paint, like a speed up of it, or I can put it on YouTube for people that just want to quickly watch the process, and then also stream it on Twitch as a slightly sped up recording, but still a recording that I'll speak over it and kind of just be like, this is what I was doing, going through this process. That way, like, I can chat with you guys while the artwork still continues going on, and I can, you know, answer any questions, go through my thinking process, all that stuff at once without slowing down the actual art process taking place. And I think that might be more helpful for people that want to watch the art develop, that want to know more art stuff, or that just want to talk, you know? And I kind of want to experiment a little bit, because character design is a thing that I really love doing. I kind of want to experiment with the monthly requests, tweaking them to be your original characters from any fantasy game, like tabletop, like D&D characters, or your Skyrim character, your Dragon Age character, your whatever, any of that fantasy stuff. And then, like, you, if you win the request, you'd be like, these are the details of this character. And then I make a nice, quick, but professional image of your character that you can then use for whatever. So that's kind of what I've been thinking about doing, and I'm going to be trying to put into motion. So that will become part of the Fridays. At one of the Fridays a month will be that stream, that Patreon art stream. So, sounds neat? Good, good. Oh yeah, I saw having $10 patrons to use for voting. Yeah, I feel like it's not enough. There's two $10 patrons right now. It's just, I want the monthly art to be, you know, monthly art. It's cool. That's involved. A lot of my content I want to be as open to everyone as possible, and the monthly art seems handicapped in that regard. I want to give patrons and subscribers something. I want to give back to them in a special way, and I think allowing all of them to vote should be enough, you know, to narrow down the choice. So we'll see. This will be an interesting mutation of monthly art, and hopefully it'll turn out really well and be helpful. And in this instance, I would be putting a bit more effort into it. Currently, they've been more like doodles where I keep the line work pretty sketchy, and I don't really go into details of shading and everything. But I want to try to, because it's only one a month, I want to try to really more or less polish the art so you get like professional concept art for your character design. If we are both, does that give 2 votes? Anyone can make a request, and then people that are supporting with money can vote. So you could make a request, and if you are a subscriber or a patron, you could vote for yourself. You could give yourself an edge. That patron postponed, then Patreon postponed it to next month. Yeah, you pledged the monetary amount, and it charges for next month. It has like a month delay. It doesn't charge you right away. So you will show up next month as a patron, even though this month you decided to pledge it. And if at any point you decide, nope, I'm not gonna, like the last day of this month, and you just go no, then you don't show up as a patron at all. It gives you like a monthly grace period, more or less. You get charged. Patrons get charged the first of every month. That's how it works. So there we go. If there's something that you liked or disliked about the stream, as usual, you can click on the feedback links in the Twitch info panel or on the Discord and let me know all about it. And as always, from my heart to yours, good luck.